guys, Alexi coming at you with this week's installment of Retro Gaming Goodness. We all love it when a good classic gets remade or given a new port with some modern sensibilities, but we feel just as good when we get something brand new, in the same vein. When it comes to retro gaming, the Amiga is a console that never leaves the conversation. It's a tough little machine that keeps on going, and this week's games prove that point. But before we dive into that, make sure to like and subscribe so you'll always be up to date with the latest retro news. Click that bell icon so you'll know exactly when our news goes live. Let's go. We're getting a brand spanking new game, and it's taking us all on an underwater adventure. Aquabyss draws inspirations from games like Sid Meier's Pirates, Elite Frontier 2, and a lot of other titles in the genre, minus the arcade elements and the 3D. Instead, we get a steady-paced game that includes trading and resource management. Less action, more exploration, and chill. Aquabyss sees you traveling from Paris to the French coast, visiting the very depths of the ocean to discover what mysteries lie underneath the surface. To get the game up and running, you'll need an Amiga 68000, a 2MB chip, 8MB of fast RAM, and 15MB of free hard drive space. Simpler times, I know. Nonetheless, if you're not looking to stress yourself out and want to do some deep sea diving, this might be right up your alley. The unofficial spin-off from the 1980s classic game Kung Fu just dropped, and we're all stoked to unleash our inner retro martial artist. Devil's Temple, son of the Kung Fu master from Geezer Games, is here. So if you're looking to play a kick-ass fighting game from one of the best developers in the Amiga scene, well, you've come to the right place. As with any action game, the plot is simple. It's 1987, and you're fighting your way to the Devil's Temple to rescue Lena from the mysterious X. No, not that kind of X, but literally this dude's name is X. I know, it's the 80s. Short names were a thing. This game features intense arcade kung fu action and pretty swell stage design that takes us back to the good old days. We also get over 500 frames of animation, a variety of enemy types, weapon pickups, and even Easter eggs. It's a sweet callback to retro martial gaming, and it's safe to say that we all took our part in either mashing the D-pad or destroying our keyboard just to land a combo on our opponents. That being said, it's only proper this game gets featured on a badass console like the Amiga. Street Fighter 2 is a bona fide classic, bar none. If you aren't part of the FGC or don't even know what FGC stands for, we're sure you've at least heard of the good old SF. Now, in terms of retro remakes and ports, it's become popular for a completely different reason. Fans have been waiting and searching for a decent Amiga port for a while now, since we haven't quite gotten there yet. That is, until now. Niso Games has finally come up with a downloadable, working tech demo for the Amiga, and we're happy to inform everyone that no electronics were destroyed in the process. We're good. Made with a reliable Scorpion engine, it only features Ryu and Ken, plus the one famous temple stage that we know and love. It's far from being a mechanically sound fighting game demo, but it's looking good. Sadly, it looks like Niso Games won't be pursuing this project since it was just a test to recreate simple combat using the Scorpion engine. It just so happened to come out nicely. Still, a working demo has actually been created, so maybe we can look forward to other developers following through and completing that Street Fighter dream we've all been waiting for. Well, there you have it, your weekly retro news. If you have suggestions on news to cover or if we missed anything, let us know down below. As always, don't forget to like the video so YouTube's algorithm shows us some much needed love. Again, I'm Alexi, and I'll catch you all again next time.